James Pat, are you married? Where I come from, a good woman will not leave her home because of interlopers. Have I answered your question? He's a good deputy to the president. Where was he supposed to go?
So in that sense, then, he associates himself with everything that has happened in the Jubilee years.
No, the good woman
cannot,
who stays at home does not associate herself with the bad things done by the man. It's as simple as that. And we must create this dichotomy with clarity. The failure here is a failure by President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And for as long as Raila Amolo Odinga remains the candidate of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, we are not resolving the problem.
Can I just say something here? I would not go there to draw the analogy that you are drawing between marriage and a woman and the kind of dastardly tenure of the deputy president. You know, first of all, I think the women of Kenya are watching you, and they might think that that analogy was misogynistic. So I think you may have to withdraw it.
But you're the ones quoting in public.
No. But let me just say this.
To interfere with this union between Raila and Martha. What is your role in this?
Let me just say this.
Okay, let
me just say this. You saw a week ago Mr. Odinga pick Martha Karua as his running mate. Okay. Can you point to a single senior politician in this country, apart from the principal himself, who has the integrity and the uprightness and the moral probity and the legal ethics of which you are a member of that profession, as Ms. Karua? You know, Ms. Karua is also as independent as they come. Okay? You know this for a fact. Okay? You're not disputing this fact.
I've said
she's
an honorable lawyer,
you
a distinguished lawyer.
So how is it possible?
And it's not upon me to determine the players in your team. No, but why must you determine the players in our team?
But so how is it possible that the individuals who constitute that ticket, it could be orchestrated by anyone else but by themselves? These are the two leading reformers in this country,
Prof.
Mr. Havi.
No doubt whatsoever. But they are a puppet of a non-reformer. Therein lies the problem.
Explain that. How is Raila and Martha Karua puppets of a non-reformer?
President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta himself is on record saying that I will campaign for Raila Amolo Odinga. And if you have ears and eyes, you must have heard and read that. It's not in the realm of conjecture.
That's campaigning.
But
it's okay.
Let me ask my question.
It's okay.
Wasn't Mr. Ruto, has Mr. Ruto been crying every day that Mr. Kenyatta would not support him and go campaign for him? Come on, man.
He hasn't been crying. Yes.
Okay.
James, can I settle this?
Yes.
Dr. William Ruto has not cried. He has said he respects the decision by President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to take that trajectory of supporting Raila Amolo Odinga, which is entitled to. There's nothing wrong about it.
Okay.
But what must be made clear, that the person running here is not Martha Karua. The person running here is not my dad, Raila Amolo Odinga. The person running for a third term is President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. The earlier we apprehend that fundamental premise, the better we are prepared
to create a dichotomy. The English word for that is hogwash.
Steve,
I can't believe
Let's draw this into a close now.
I can't believe what I'm hearing from Havi. And he's a lawyer. He knows very well the Constitution gives a presidency only 10 years of 2 terms. Yeah. 10 years. He is inputting that Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta is running for a 3rd term, which is very wrong for such a...
Teach him some law.
Yes, such a senior lawyer.
Refer him to me. Refer him to my class.
Actually, he need to go back to fine-tune the Constitution of 2010. Look at this.
It's like the tail struggling to work the dog. You can imagine how hilarious this is.
The good part of what is happening in this country is that there is a true change coming, whereby we'll reform the economy, we'll deal with the issue of corruption, we'll deal with the issue of transparency, accountability. And if you look at their ticket, both presidents and deputy president, they have been in court of law. We don't want to judge whatever outcomes will come from the court.
Okay.
But what we are saying is that this country needs to have a trajectory of moving forward with integrity, make sure that we deal with the issue of corruption, and we make sure that Kenyans can put food on the table.
Absolutely.
And there is no way Dr. Samuel Ruto can run away from the problems facing Kenya today.
Okay.
He can't.
Okay.
And if he was honest enough, he should have resigned in 2018. If Havi says that he was stripped of his duties. I cannot stay in an office whereby I'm not being given a job.
That's why you'll never be deputy president.
The good part of it is that you never know you'll be my running mate.
Okay. That's very fresh. That's very fresh, and it's very good. Yeah. Very quick. Finally, let's draw this to a close. What if you were to look at that camera? What is in 30 seconds or less that Raila Odinga actually promises the people of this country?
I think Raila Amolo Odinga promises a future of prosperity, a future of plenty, a country where if you are born in Mandera or you are born in Tana River, you'll have the same chance as a child born in Kiambu or born in Nyeri, a country in which there will be no domestic violence or violence against women, a country in which no child will be left behind, a child in which there will be food on the table with every Kenyan, a country in which there will be water in every constituency in this country, a country in which people will be given a full sense of their nationhood. On the other side, I must say, because it's an election, the individuals who are running on that ticket, one of them opposed the Constitution in 2010. He campaigned against the Constitution in 2010, leading the No campaign, a Constitution that he has subsequently has benefited from. This just shows what a hypocritical fellow that he is. But then he went and picked perhaps the dirtiest running mate one could think of. Mr. Gachagua his history is infamous. He's notorious. He's laden with scandal. He is the gift that will keep on giving, to our campaign.
Okay.
And I don't understand how they made that decision. And I don't understand how they shafted Professor Kindiki, my colleague.
But Prof,
I don't understand how they did that.
You should be happy about that because you're leading on this.
Of course, I'm happy about it.
All right, but let me go to Steve before I come here because that's one has some questions to answer to social media. You can do your public quoting now as your final comment.
I think
the bylaw against romance in public.
He can say nice things.
I think what we need to look and tell Kenyans is that we are looking on a very bright future under the leadership of Azimio, and we are looking forward to make sure that Kenya gains it back its glory, because the things which we sometimes hear we cannot understand. But I want to say that Azimio Oka has very elaborate framework to make sure that this country returns to its glory, get the economic back to track, get employment for the young people, make sure that the infrastructure which has been started since the era of Honorable Mwai Kibaki is still ongoing. Okay. Build this country trust. Make sure that we attract a lot of investors to this country, and we look at each other and say we need a total corrupt-free country under the leadership of Azimio. Okay. Because I can't trust the UDA when they don't even mention the word corruption. That's why their slogan is kazi ni kazi. So even corruption for them is kazi.